What's up, guys? Welcome and thank you for being here with us on PS Best Friends, episode 27 for the week of November 14th, 2017. As always, we are the PlayStation podcast by the community for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday to give you the rundown on all the latest PlayStation news you could possibly need. We got a great show in store for you today. We're going to give you our final impressions on Call of Duty World War II. Respawn Entertainment officially becomes an EA-owned studio. And microtransactions apparently get a new industry name. As always, I'm your host, Anthony Palm. And, of course, we couldn't bring you all the weekly goods without the Brooklyn bad boy, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
Hey, I'm walking here.
And Chicago's prodigal son, Miguel Alvarez.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
So let's kick it off. Nathan Hicks asks in the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends, and says, I just want to hear your guys' World War II thoughts, LOL. Haven't put too much time into multiplayer, but so far, love the game overall. Let's get going. Miguel, you go first.
You guys sure?
Huh. Yeah, sure, go.
All right. Well, I haven't touched campaign. I don't care about campaign. I think it's what I have heard is pretty much similar to the one at the first couple Call of Duty. So it's like
the World War II ones.
Yeah, so it's like I
1 through
really
3.
don't need to play it. So zombies, it's okay. I like it. The jump scares are really good. I gotta admit that. They got me a couple times. Multiplayer. It's fucking sucks.
Fucking sucks. Brutal.
Fucking sucks. Okay, let's start with this. All right. The game comes out, right? Nobody, I think like the first couple hours, nobody could fucking get in.
I was trying to play a match right now, and I can't even.
I know. I'm getting into it. Just give me a second. The servers are fucked. The main problem is because of fucking headquarters. Actually, they announced it was double XP this weekend, but it's been double XP for like since the launch. I don't know if you guys know that.
They said they gave you a double XP token if like you.
No, if you even had it after, if you pre-order or not, you had double XP.
Yeah, I had double XP and I got it on Gameplay.
So everybody had a double XP because the servers are fucked. What they did was 3 times XP somehow, even though you still don't level up that fast. Just imagine when they take it out, you're not gonna be able to level up at all. So they took down the dedicated servers, so you're playing PvP.
You're playing peer-to-peer?
Yes, you are. Right now, yes, you are.
I didn't know
they
that.
took them down completely because they're trying to fix the problems.
That's
so
what
right now, this weekend I played and I can't play it. I just can't. It's so inconsistent. When I'm the host, oh, dude, I'm fucking destroying everybody. But when I'm not, it's just all over the place. I can't even touch it. I told you guys yesterday, I'm thinking of just stop playing it until they fix the problem.
That game's just too big to not have dedicated.
The problem is headquarters.
What did I say? I said last week there's no need for headquarters.
So headquarters is like the tower-esque thing from Destiny.
It's social space.
Social space.
Yeah.
And it's super unnecessary because I don't know, because whatever I'm realizing whatever I'm about to say could be said for Destiny, as like everything in Destiny could just be menus as well.
But Destiny is designed to be
exactly, yeah.
like the
you could say that
on this. It feels like they just threw that, like they shitted it.
You could say that it's designed for it. It's just not working.
No, but it's clearly not because Destiny is a new IP that started off with social space, and this is like, working backwards. Like they put all the stuff that was once in menus in just.
They're still in the menus.
Yeah, I found
Which is the funny part.
You could open up supply drops without having to go to the HQ if you open them up with zombies. And as zombies, you could
zombies.
open
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Which is funny.
I was like, where the fuck are my supply drops and zombies? And I was like, oh, I can do them from the menu.
But yeah, so I'm not as harsh on it. Funny because you were I guess liking it more. I don't know, whatever, liking it more before in the beta stages and stuff than I was. I was shitting on it hard, but now I kind of did a 180. I think.
I was liking it.
You weren't liking it, but you were like.
I canceled a fucking pre-order because the map sucked in the beta.
He was really down on the beta. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like I was whatever. Okay, fair, whatever. Regardless, but
Anthony was the one that was like okay with it.
I was just kind of meh on it. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But no, so me and Anthony played the campaign, and I played a bunch of multiplayer up to level 30, but I guess I'd be like level 15 because, as Miguel said, I've had double.
Yeah, it's
the entire time.
Yeah, I think I was like level 18, 19 in multiplayer. So I played enough to get the gist of it.
The campaign is solid. So I'm seeing, Nathaniel, you say you haven't put too much time into the multiplayer, but you're loving the game overall.
The base game is actually good. They just gotta
campaign
fucking
is
fix.
good.
It's
It's
a
just
very good foundation.
Yeah.
So I watched IGN's review after I played the game just because I was interested in like what was their take.
Mhm.
And they did something interesting that I haven't seen any other review or anything else and say. They didn't like say anything about this game being retreading old things that Call of Duty did. They approached this as if this was a 12-year-old or whatever 25-year-old's first Call of Duty and hasn't played the old world.
I guess that's a fair way to review it.
It is a fair way, and in that case, I would say it's a solid 7.58 because still I think it has issues. Even if it isn't retreading old things,
And that's taking into account the campaign as well and zombies.
Yeah. So I thought the campaign was very lackluster. I don't really like it. Tried building like it was following the band of
I
brothers.
mean, you can't build anything because you already know what happens. That's the problem with World War II campaigns.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it's
like you could change it a little bit, like in the story between the soldiers. So you can't change it overall.
That's what they tried doing. It wasn't so much of
Go over your zombie thoughts, and then I want to run through my.
So funny enough, I did the fucking Easter egg. So I
like your third try, right?
Yeah, literally third time playing it. But what they do this time, Sledgehammer, is 2 Easter eggs, a casual Easter egg and a hardcore Easter egg. The casual Easter egg is right out of the gate. There's an objective on the top left that says do this, and then you do that, and then it says, all right, now do this. And it's cool if you've been intimidated by zombie Easter eggs in the past because they are extremely obtuse.
Okay, and it holds your hand, right?
And usually you need
like the first one.
Yeah. This is the first one that's like, all right, come on, like, and it does a thing where it's like it's really baby's first Easter egg in the sense that if you've just been just been watching the Easter eggs from a side and like are aware that Call of Duty has like these crazy Easter eggs, this one's like, oh, finally, like now I get to do it, you know, like in like.
That's how I felt yesterday when I was playing it. I was like, oh, this seems really easy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, I'm doing.
I didn't do the Easter egg, but I started to do like I did. I did the valves, and then I blew open the thing, and then I was downstairs and doing the stuff down there. Yeah,
so it's definitely like welcoming for newcomers and stuff, and I think that's cool. But I feel like Activision's doing a lot of that this year with like Destiny being really for newcomers and now zombies being for newcomers. I feel like it's kind of their mantra. We'll get to Activision having a play in the development space more later on with one of our news stories. But the multiplayer I think is solid. Is like it's bare bones.
Once the server issues are fixed, it'll be fine.
Yeah, because
it'll be fine.
The first week, the first not the first day, but like a couple days in between when the dedicated servers were on.
Was it solid?
It was solid. I was having good games. And since the patch, that was Tuesday? They took down the servers, they did all this stuff, and since then it's just been bad.
The online's still, I don't know, I haven't had as many issues as you had.
Funny thing, do you guys remember when they announced the beta? That the headquarters was going to be in the beta? And then like a week before the beta, they were like, oh, no, it's not going to be there.
I
could put money on it that they knew it was going to be fucked up. And they tried to fix it, but they just couldn't. They can't figure out what's wrong with it.
So hold on, for listeners, headquarters is there right now, but it's just empty. So it's
you're by yourself.
It's just you, and then if you have someone in your party. Okay, so let me get into my.
What's your take on the campaign? Because you had a roller coaster of emotions.
You were like, okay, fuck this, and then I love it.
And then this was cool.
The campaign overall, it was kind of. I thought it was a little all over the place. I enjoyed it overall. Like I would recommend playing the campaign if anyone has bought the game.
Yeah,
it needs to be more.
Only play the game, not play multiplayer or zombies. Then definitely
not worth it.
You can fly it or like buy it in the bargain bin, which will be 7 years from now.
Or Black Friday for 50% off.
Or Black Friday, yeah. I thought the characters were good, but I thought that the things happening in the campaign were very samey. And again, that's going back to what you said, where IGN looked at it as if it was their first Call of Duty, whereas I kept thinking to myself, like every new mission or like every 10 minutes, I'd be like, I played this before. Like I've done this exact thing before. And even like there's a lot of areas in like the forests of Germany that look almost identical to like Battlefield 1 maps. And like the opening, like I don't think it's a spoiler to say you start by storming the beaches of Normandy. and it's like I've done this before, you know, and so I don't want to penalize it for that, but it was making me kind of be like, I'm kind of forcing myself to play this game. And then I think once you get to the second half of the campaign, that's when it really gets good from a storytelling standpoint. Gameplay, obviously, it's just the same shit. But like storytelling wise, I thought the story got pretty good. There's an event that happens.
So it has ups and downs. I mean,
yeah.
Just a side note, real quick. You said gameplay. They did change up the mechanics, which I want to shout out. I think
the squad gameplay, like using your squad for.
Yeah.
You don't have no regen anymore.
Health.
Yeah. So in the game, all of your squad mates have serve a different purpose, and you could walk up to them, press up on the D-pad, and they will do something different. So there's a character that will throw you med packs because you don't have auto regenerating health anymore.
You could also pick them up in the environment.
There's a character that'll give you ammo. Character that will refill your grenades. Another character that will
a mortar enemies. Highlight.
Question for you two guys. Was it difficult to get used to it at the beginning?
So.
No.
Because I just came off.
So once you're done with the first mission,
I mean, I'm gonna take you out, Anthony, because you played in easy mode. Jeffrey,
I played the first half of the game on normal, and then I just wanted to beat it, so that's why I turned it on.
I played regular the whole time. Yeah,
regular too. All right.
I actually, fun fact, if you thought the past Call of Duties, I thought Infinite Warfare was kind of like harder than normal Call of Duties.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare, I think I played on hardened. And again, I'm not saying this game is hard. I just wanted to get through it and get back tomorrow. The only part that I kept running into a wall against was storming the beaches of Normandy, because it's like you just get mowed down in 2 seconds, and so you have to follow like a very specific path of like going to different covers, and it's like,
well, yeah, no, I mean,
I think I was just getting frustrated because I was like, I've played this in like 10 other Call of Duty games before. I don't want to do this right now, and that mixed with
only one. But then also, if you played the Medal of Honor games,
I'm being but so I just want to point out for the story of it, I thought was cool. I think they did some cool character moments. The acting was pretty good in it. Josh Duhamel was in it. I don't know any of the other actors that were in the campaign. At least not that I think I know.
Yeah, I don't think any big. I mean,
yeah, I think Josh Duhamel was the biggest.
Josh Duhamel, yeah.
Zombies is the one that has all the big name characters, or actors and actresses. But I thought the campaign was okay overall. They do. It's kind of anticlimactic. Can I just side note? What is with the trope in movies and video games where there's always like one character, and I'm not going to spoil it, but there's always one character that's like they're on their last leg, and everyone else is like, we can totally save you. Like, it's not a big deal. And they're like, no, I'll hold him off. And then they like kill one person and then get shot and die.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
drama.
It's just such a trope. And it's like, it's just so dumb. It's like, you totally didn't need to sacrifice yourself there. Like, you totally could do that with everyone.
The game is filled with war cliches.
There's a lot of cliches.
It does one thing slightly interesting. You'll know if you beat the game, listeners.
At the end of the game?
Interesting at the end of the game, but just was so tame about it and so like skirting around what they were trying to do, because it's like a AAA mainstream game and they don't want to actually say anything too much. You know what I'm talking about. And I think that was
I don't think that they were too tame about it, but I agree they could have did a little bit more.
Holocaust was some shit, and that
I don't want to spoil it, so we can talk off air about it. And then I just want to give my comments on zombies and multiplayer real quick. I only played a little bit of zombies. I thought it was fun. I like the way the map is laid out. If I had bought the game, I can see myself playing a lot more of it. But because I rented it, I'm just going to move on to probably Wolfenstein. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought the layout was good. I thought that the initial, like how you said, there's the casual Easter egg. I thought it was easy enough where you can figure it out like on your first.
It was welcoming.
It's like, oh, cool. Now like I could do this. I can turn the power on pretty easily, like really fast. And then there's the other thing you got to try and work towards. So I thought it was fun. I didn't think it broke any crazy new ground on zombies. Like I still am okay with just going back and playing Black Ops 3, especially with the Chronicles. But I thought it was good. And then multiplayer, it's too vanilla for me. I think it's when it works, I think it's fun, but it's just too vanilla for me. All the guns are the same as they used to be. I mean, the PPSH is exactly the same as it was in World at War.
So it's not that it's basic. You already played it, so you don't feel like.
But it's just like there's not. It's kind of. It feels kind of boring compared to other Call of Duties, and now I'm not even like the space Call of Duties, like Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, because they like go back to boots on the ground of classic Call of Duty, but they don't really I guess like fill in all the like they brought so much shit like with the specialists and the
They changed it too much.
Yeah,
With
that's
the
the thing. Is I was
perk, with
hoping it would
taking
just
out the
be-
10 perk system, the perks, how they work now, the divisions.
it feels like
Yeah,
they're less
snipers are
things.
way overpowered in multiplayer.
Oh yeah, and
Like,
the
there's
shotgun
really
suck
only-
now.
There's literally
Yeah.
only 2 perk slots, right? Your division
No, one.
and your
Oh,
stat.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah,
each
so, I don't know.
division has like
I know it's
up
not
to
fair to-
5
yeah, but those aren't
perks,
customizable.
but
Is what I'm saying.
no, but you need to level up the class to get those. So you start
Yes,
with 1, you hit level 2, you
and
get
I just
the
don't
second
care enough
one,
to do that.
and
so.
it's like this sucks.
I know it's not fair to compare the two because they are totally different games, but I
Mhm.
did find myself while playing World War II just being like, I kind of just want to play Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel the same.
it's like I said, it's not a fair comparison, but it is just how I felt, where I was like, I could just go play Battlefield 1. So,
Or go back to play Ghosts like I did.
Yeah, Miguel's playing
Good
Ghost.
Ghost.
So
Call of Duty Ghost.
I did
2013
this
Call of Duty Ghost.
Sunday morning because I started a game, like I played 2 games in World War II, and I'm like, is it me that I'm like fucking sucking? Am I like hit that peak that I can't just play any shooters anymore, or what the
So
fuck?
you went back to Ghost.
So I went to Ghosts and I just dominated. I'm like, okay, so it's just the game, not me. Like, all right,
That's funny
I'm
because
good.
I'm finding myself like tearing ass in World War II in online. But then they also added war mode, which I think is pretty cool. You guys don't seem to really care for it.
I don't like it.
That's the one that's kind of
Just didn't
like
do anything for me.
a mix between like Overwatch's like payload and Battlefield 1's not conquest. Why am I blinking? Operations, right? Operations, is that what it's called? Or
Operations,
it's
yeah, it's the big
between
one. And then
operations
Conquest is like the
or,
smaller version of operations.
yeah.
yeah, where it's like, oh, here's your first objective,
Or
and
front lines,
if
that's
you
the
lose
other one.
that, then you can move on to the next one. I
Yeah.
thought it was cool. It was like not really a lot going on. The only really issue I had with it, which is like I'm surprised like I'm saying it because I'm kind of like don't really care for it, but
Mhm.
it feels weird as fuck. There's a Normandy war map, which is like
Oh, that map sucks.
recreates like recreation pretty much
Yeah.
of like Normandy, but 6v6, 6 people are Americans, keep on respawning from the fucking beach and boats, and 6 people are literally Nazis mowing them down in MG nests. And like I don't really care like playing as Nazis in regular multiplayer maps because
I mean, they're not called Nazis and
yeah,
multiplayer.
Axis,
so-
the Axis
Yeah.
power, sorry. And they really love that Imperial Cross. Let me tell you what.
Hell.
A SWAT sticker? What's that? You're seeing a SWAT sticker? I don't know. But yes, no, because like playing as Nazis in like a regular 6v6 on like some random forest map or whatever, even in like Reichstag and World at War, you're not reenacting anything. You know, this didn't actually happen. This makes no sense. This is nonsense. But like when you're actually mowing American soldiers down in these MG nests as they're fucking running for their lives towards the beach, it's like people are doing this. It just
Blowing
feels,
people's limbs off and shit.
yeah, I don't know. It felt weird. But
Which,
that's
and I told you when you said that, I was like, it's good that you feel that way. Like, it's good that you're not just like, oh, this is fucking fun. It's like, no, you're like, it's good that you feel like kind of sick about it. Which
I mean, I feel even weird because I know there are people that are like
cheering it on and shit.
yeah, and like,
Yeah, that makes
it's
me
a weird idea
that
people
makes me
are
more
enjoying-
uncomfortable than the fact that it's actually in the game itself.
Yeah, it's odd. It's very odd. But overall, solid game. 7.5. If you're dying
I'd
for
say
boots
rent
on
it.
the ground, what'd you say?
I'd say rent it if you're a hardcore Call of Duty fan.
If you're a hardcore Call of
probably
Duty fan,
buy
you
it.
own this game. You know, like,
Or wait a
Dude.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
If you're playing.
But I
Wanna
say
get
if
it
you're
for
gonna buy
multiplayer.
it, don't get the season pass with it. Just buy the base game.
yeah, hold up, definitely. See what they got.
Not worth
there's
it.
actually a second zombie map that is pretty much just the map from the prologue. It's like smaller than you beat it, you get it, you unlock it after you.
It was cool though. I actually liked the prologue. It
you
was
get
short, but it was
after you
cool.
do the hardcore Easter egg in the main map, the Final Reich is called, and the extra map is literally just the house from the prologue, and it's like small, whatever, like OG zombies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's like the just small map. You don't have to like unlock all this shit. Just
I don't
for
even think
zombies.
there are any
Just
doors.
survive.
I think it's literally a
Really?
2-floor
That's what I want. Why are they trapping that behind? Ah, dude.
Behind the
Fuck.
dumbass Easter egg.
That's what I was telling you, Anthony. Like, why is
Yeah.
there like a small map? I just want to survive.
That's why I just
But I
want to go
gotta
back
do
to
the
Doctor
Easter
Untold
egg
and
to
Black
get
Ops
that
2.
You could
map?
also
Some crap.
unlock it. You could also unlock it from what I hear if you survive till round 20 in the prologue. But I assume that means you have to do like the beginning, like slow walking thing. It's
Yeah,
actually
so that was the Call of Duty cast.
That's fucking stupid.
Sorry if you don't like Call of Duty that we just talked for like 20 minutes about Call of Duty. But now it is
Big
time
game.
for
And now it is time for the Islander report.
There'll be some news.
There are 11 items on the list.
Captain's count.
I love catching you off guard when you're not ready to jump into the Islander report.
You look so lost.
I was thinking more if I had any last words on the COD, but doesn't matter. EA.
We're gonna talk about it more. So
This week has purchased Respawn Entertainment, the studio behind the Titanfall franchise. Both companies are already working together on several projects, including a VR game, a Star Wars game, and a new title in the Titanfall franchise.
Yeah, buddy.
yeah.
EA announced the acquisition earlier this week, saying the move, quote, builds on a successful publishing partnership already in place between the two companies. Without fail, I always have like a burp when I'm reading it. I don't know why. In a statement on Respawn's site, CEO Vince Zampella, one of the creative directors on Modern Warfare 1 and 2, if you remember that, said there will be no layoffs or major organization changes at Respawn, and games currently in development are continuing as planned. EA is paying $151 million upfront for Respawn, with $164 million in long-term equity paid out over the next 4 years. There's also a long-term consideration worth a maximum of $140 million. So what was the?
There was also a couple things that weren't listed there where they're incentivized based on Metacritic scores and something else.
Like any other.
If I was a game dev, I would never sign a single document that referenced Metacritic. It's crazy. Imagine like risking so much on.
Titanfall 1 and 2 are pretty well received. So,
but it's
I just want to jump into this one. This makes shutting down Visceral make a little more sense to me because it's
Jason Clark tweeted a timeline. It was like who offered a purchase to Respawn?
Was it Nexus or something like that?
Yeah, an Asian company. Yeah, Nexon. Then per contract, EA has the option to counter that offer.
They get first
the.
Yeah, pretty much. Whatever they can.
There's a legal term for it.
Offer
first denial or something.
Then after that happens, they close down Visceral and have enough money to buy Respawn. So that's how that happened.
So so it makes a little more sense because initially we're like, why are they doing this? Like, why are they shutting the studio down? And then there was the whole like, do they not believe in single player games? And now it seems like they're going all in on Respawn's single player games, and this lets them invest more in Respawn's games. Whereas it seemed like Visceral's game kind of was just treading water, not going anywhere. So,
it was not good.
It could just be a matter of Respawn is doing great, and they Visceral was just kind of dead money. And let's and I feel shitty saying that because those are people's jobs, but from a business standpoint is really what I'm describing. Is they saw Visceral as kind of not benefiting them anymore, and Respawn had a way more upside, and their studios are maybe working a little better. There's not as much drama behind the scenes with them. So it makes more sense now that we've seen this move as well. Kind of, going back and looking at what happened with Visceral.
Yeah, Respawn definitely has tighter leadership. But yeah, so it confirmed Titanfall, a new Titanfall game, which is really cool. I actually walked into my brother's room the other day and was like peeked at what he was playing, and it was Titanfall 2 multiplayer. I'm like, damn,
that game's great.
This looks good. I'm like, how many people are playing? He's like, about 1,000. I'm like, that sucks.
Titanfall 1 was so fucking good. I was so bummed they never came to PS4.
Yeah, no, so Titanfall is a great series. Hopefully EA will not release it on.
There you go.
It needs to come out in between March.
It needs to come out in March.
March, April, May. That's the window.
Yeah.
If that's when Titanfall 2 came out, I think it would have done way better.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they kind of realized that because they clearly
That's why they're making 3.
I'm interested what Respawn game we'll see at E3. You think it'll be the VR
It'll probably be the Star Wars game.
Star Wars or the...
It'll either be the Star Wars game or the VR game that they mentioned. I don't think Titanfall 3 is in production.
Titanfall's probably
they want to get the Star Wars game out first.
Titanfall maybe it might be a next-gen game. You don't even know.
Nah, I could see it maybe next year. I could see it coming around maybe next year.
Come out next year?
No, like
announced
stuff about it next year.
Possibly. That's cool. Next up, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has said that the company will aim to offer, quote, recurrent consumer spending opportunities, microtransactions. In all of its games. Oh, wow, I didn't see this one. In all of its games going forward.
Really? You didn't see that one?
Terrifying.
All of them.
Yep.
In an investor call, as transcribed by Gamasutra, Zelnick explained that, quote, "We aim to have recurrent consumer spending opportunities for every title that we put out at this company. It may not always be an online model. It probably won't always be a virtual currency model, but there will be some ability to engage in an ongoing basis with our titles after release across the board," end quote. There's a good reason for that, Zelnick says. That recurrent we're spending
GTA Online
42% of Take-Two's earnings in the last quarter. He calls it a, quote, "sea change in our business and transformative." And yeah, pretty much they just want to monetize. Wow. And there's an opportunity to monetize that engagement in terms of players playing their game.
So Borderlands 3 is going to be a mess. Buy loot boxes to get random guns. I don't want a new BioShock now. I don't want a new BioShock now. Don't fucking ruin it. Just leave BioShock alone. I don't want to know
you're gonna get it.
Put some kind of bullshit in it with like new skins for your character or some stupid shit.
Oh, there's gonna be skins.
Just leave it alone.
I mean, an Optimus could look
Ken
at
Levine's
this
baby. Just leave it alone. Borderlands is going to be some kind of fucked up loot box system in it.
And
the one that I'm worried about.
The
one that I'm. Oh my God! Go ahead.
But is that they could also be referring, because they say it's not going to be virtual currency and it's not always an online model, so it could be like, oh, DLC or something. I mean, every game has had that in the past like 6 years. So, but that's probably just cover up for it probably is like 99% of the games. But yeah, what game are you saying?
The one that I'm worried about, the one that I'm excited for them is Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope it's not just online. I don't want it online. I do not want that game to be online.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna have an online, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna have a single player and an online.
Bad news for you.
Is it? They haven't said it.
I mean, there'll be the single player story, but then there's gonna be
I know there will be, but Jeffrey's assuming that there is gonna be one. You don't know.
It was in Red Dead Redemption.
That's how long ago though?
7-8 years ago.
Well, why would they not do it when GTA 5's online is massive? Why would they not?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's probably what they're gonna do.
No, but
and
still,
personally, I don't want that because the online, honestly, the online GTA Online fucking sucks in my opinion. I personally don't like it. I don't see the appeal of it, but
I don't think. I mean, it's not like the online takes away from the single player. I think that's such a false assumption that people always make, that like, oh, because this came out online, that means the single player suffered. It's like GTA 5's single player was amazing. Red Dead Redemption single player is amazing. Neither of them were hurt from the online. GTA
5's campaign was arguably too long, if anything. So I don't think multiplayer hurt that campaign at all.
Exactly. Yeah. No. They like, and Rockstar, like, first of all, Rockstar could do whatever the fuck they want. If Rockstar actually thought that they like will not put an online, they could tell Take-Two.
See, this news doesn't surprise me with regards to Rockstar. It's making me scared about Borderlands 3. It's like Borderlands 1 and 2 and pre-sequel, obviously, were all about loot in the game that you don't pay for. It's just in the game. You get all kinds of loot. And with this kind of rearing its head, it's like, now am I going to be able to just buy a loot box with real money and it'll give me a rare weapon? Like, I don't want that. I want it. That's the one I'm scared about. Obviously, like 2K and all that shit. Like, there's going to be VC. There's going to be in-game currency. Borderlands 3, I'm very scared about with this in-app purchase shit.
I don't really care for Borderlands 3 anymore since Randy Pitchford became such a fucking knob, I guess.
Careful what you say on the internet.
Oh no, I could say shit about Randy Pitchford. Don't worry.
Can you?
Have you seen that guy's shit, dude? He fucking backs GTA. Next up, Grand Theft Auto 5 has shipped 8.5 million copies. Oh, wow. Nope. 8.5, not even close. 85 million copies.
I was going to say, you talking about Persona 5?
Take-Two announced today 5 has been on 42 of the past 50 NPD monthly top 10 charts, the most appearances of any single game on the NPD's rankings.
That's why there's going to be a Red Dead Redemption 2 online.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I don't think the but GTA 5 and
Behemoth.
Yeah. Keep selling, and I'm sure it's gonna keep selling this holiday too. So
I'm sure.
I still have no clue how, dude.
It's sale for like $20 on PS4. I might buy it.
Who doesn't own it?
So it's gonna be $25.
It goes on sale for like $40. It's not even like it goes on sale for cheap. It goes on
Oh,
sale
yeah,
for like 35
Oh, it's
$40. It never drops.
This holiday is gonna be $25, but
I've never seen
for the
GTA
physical,
5.
not for the
yeah,
digital.
for the
I've
physical.
never
On
seen GTA
PSN and
5 for
Xbox
under
Live,
30.
it never goes less than like $40.
30 is the lowest, or for plus, I guess.
Generally, it
Okay.
goes to like 40 though. Sometimes you get a crazy sale for 30.
Oh shit!
But you guys got to remember that game came out for the PS3 and 360 generation, and it sold the shit ton over there. And people
And then it came to
are
Xbox.
yeah, and people are still changing to the PS4, the Xbox One. So they're gonna get the console, and they're probably gonna get that game.
Speaking of it selling on the PS3 generation, October's top downloads have been released, and number 2 on the top PS3 sold games is Grand Theft Auto 5
On
What a
PS3.
on
like
the
that.
PS3
So surprised.
with FIFA 18. Well, let's actually talk about the actual system. PS4 games for
just do top 10.
October. FIFA 18. I thought that came out September. Obviously wrong.
But it's top 18.
It came out in September?
Yes, so that
Oh, wow, and it topped out in October as well. South Park: The Fractured But Whole, Middle Earth: Shadow of
Not bad.
War, Assassin's Creed Origins.
The big ones.
Those are the 3 big games, yeah.
There's
Missing
another
one,
big game that was
missing a
outside
game.
of the top 10.
Gran Turismo Sport 5 at number 5, 2K18
Not
NBA at 6, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition.
that was on
seven.
sale, right?
Must have been.
On sale for $40.
That's a year-old
Okay.
game. Madden NFL 18, Grand Theft Auto 5, WWE 2K18. Good sales on
Not
that.
bad.
Destiny
then,
2, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Last of Us Remastered, Mortal Kombat XL, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. We're at 15, and we're still missing a big game. Evil Within 2, Rocket League, Dead Island.
Oh shit!
Come on.
Whoa, I forgot about number 19. I was thinking number 16. I was
Oh,
thinking Evil Within.
Oh, I was referring to the 19.
Wow.
19
That's
is
bad news,
Wolfenstein 2, The New
That's
Colossus.
bad news.
Yikes.
Bethesda's hurting right now, man.
Yikes.
Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2 aren't even in the top 15. Which, I mean, maybe people want physical. You want to hope. But Bethesda's hurting, man. When's the last time they sold a big game well? Fallout 4 and Skyrim, I feel like.
Question for you guys, on especially on Wolfenstein. Would you guys think it will make a difference if the game had sold for $40 instead of 60?
I would have bought it if it was for $40, I think. It would have made it more valuable.
Wait, before you guys respond this, like compare the games that are coming out just single player. There are $60. Obviously, they're great games, but you're gonna play it once and then you're gonna be done with it. And games like Call of Duty or something like that that has campaign and multiplayer are $60. Like,
I mean,
what
make
are
that
you gonna
argument,
go
but
for?
then
Are
number
you gonna
two
go
is
for
South
that?
Yeah, there you go. My dude. Number 2, 3, 4 is single player games.
But let me
Assassin's Creed and Shadow of War are like 40 hours.
South Park-
That's the difference.
South Park casually. A lot of people know this, dude. Know South Park.
It
So
is
if you're a
familiar.
fan or you know about South Park, you're gonna buy that.
I can't believe Evil Within
Even though it's
2
not a better
sold
game.
more than Wolfenstein 2. That's
interesting.
Very
That
surprising
is
to me.
definitely
Very
interesting.
surprising. I kind of figured Evil Within 2 would be outside of maybe the top 10 or 15.
I'm not surprised just because the day that it came out.
That's scary.
Just
That's
remember the games that came out the day that that game came out. That affected that
It
game
came
a
out the same
lot.
day as Mario and
and
Assassin's Creed,
AC
right?
Origins. Yes.
Also, Wolfenstein was the 27th, but then Origins was also the 27th. So,
That's what we're saying. Yes.
the argument maybe
Crazy.
is the alt-right whole snafu. They were getting a lot of backlash to
I
that.
doubt that.
I doubt
I
it.
don't think that's maybe a little bit, but I don't think that's.
I don't know.
I don't think that's more than 1% of the reason why sales aren't that good. I think it's because it came out on Mario and Assassin's Creed Day, and it just got its lunch eaten.
And more people are probably just gonna wait for Black Friday.
That's the other thing too, is with these single player
Knowing especially
games, you
it
know
might
they're gonna
affect
go on
some
sale.
of the sales of the games, knowing that especially we already know for the big stores what the deals are gonna be, and
That's
it's
the thing, too,
we're
yeah.
like 3 weeks away from it.
That's the danger of releasing a game in late October. Is like, what if Black Friday sales leak, and then people are just like, oh,
Like
wait,
right now,
which
yeah.
is what I
Like,
did, what you did, you know. So
I saw a developer say something about that where it's like, yeah, it's tough selling these single player games when consumers know a week later it's going to be half price.
Yep.
For add-ons, we're looking at Rocket League at number 1 with Middle Earth Shadow of War's expansion,
Skyline.
as well as Assassin's Creed Origins expansion pass, both being on the top 10, as well as WWE 2K18 season pass. Interesting. And the rest of it is Friday the 13th, pretty much. PSVR games top 3 are I Expect You to Die, Drive Club VR, and Arizona Sunshine.
wow.
The top game is Salt and Sanctuary, and PS
Great game.
Classic is Resident Evil Code Veronica X.
And then just the
okay.
PS3 games. We'll just do the top 3 is FIFA 18, GTA 5, Pro Evolution
Yes.
Soccer 18. It's crazy that there's 2 soccer games that are selling at like both well on the PS3. It's just funny to me.
It's the only really spooky game I saw. Number 7 on PS3 is Dead Space. Maybe people wanted to
Everyone got nostalgic.
play. Maybe the Visceral News sparked that.
It's the visceral news
Perfect.
plus the fact that it was October. Halloween's right there. I played Dead Space 1 right before Halloween just because I was like, fuck, that's like a great horror game.
Dead Space 2 is also at number 13 on PS3.
Dead Space 2. The thing is, I think Dead Space 1 is a better survival horror game, but I just have a soft spot for Dead Space 2.
Battlefield 3 is on top 15.
I wish there was
great.
numbers. I wish that I want to know how many humans purchased
Right?
Battlefield
Yeah,
3 on
they'll never
PS3 in October 2017.
There's another one funny to me.
one?
Gran Turismo 6 is on number 18. They can't get
And
the
supposedly that
new
was
one,
even
so
good. Yeah, supposedly that was even good. But next up, Sony has provided an update on what fans can expect from this year's PlayStation Experience, announcing the date and time of its PSX 2017 presentation and confirming new information will be revealed about Ghost of Tsushima,
Tsushima.
and Dreams. It's going to be there, boys.
Yeah.
Why?
Holders will have access to Sony's PSX presentation, which will be held at the Anaheim Convention Center on Friday, December 8th at 8 p.m.
And the actual convention starts on Saturday, the 9th, and Sunday, the 10th.
So it sounds like we're not going to get a big conference. It's going to be
It's going to be a
very
presentation.
little news. It's going to probably be
It's going to be
like a highlight
those 2
reel.
games. Yeah. Those.
Hold on. We've been asking for Dreams for a while. Now they're finally showing it to us. I think we got they deserve some.
I haven't been asking for Dreams. Have you guys?
People have.
I don't care.
Hey, what's going on with Dreams?
This game's got to blow the doors off for me to give any sort of shit.
I have more of a fascination with just why it was dormant for 4 years.
Yeah, same. I'm morbidly curious.
There was
about
no
it, but I
game
don't wanna
there.
Purchase it.
Yeah, weird. Why? I mean, must have been a recent scheduling thing, because why didn't they say that at Paris? You know, that like, hey,
They said it like immediately afterwards. Hey, don't worry, we'll be at
they said soon, but now
soon,
this week we got the announcement that it will be a PSX, and hopefully a 2018 release. Because if that game doesn't come out this generation, when it was announced the day the generation was announced,
when that trailer they showed looks like PS3 graphics.
But that's how the animations are, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it looks
because it's going to be you're creating it. Yeah, and I don't have any-
it's still kind of ugly. We'll see. I'll reserve judgments until PSX.
Jumping back to what we were just talking about at the beginning of the episode, Call of Duty World War II has sold twice as many units in its first 3 days of release compared to last year's entry, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare did in 3 days as well. Activision revealed that Sledgehammer Games' new first-person shooter earned over $500 million in sell-through globally within its first 3 days on the market. So I was seeing the zombie YouTuber, Mr. Raffle Waffles, who was talking about how there's just marginally a little Sledgehammer World War II sold money-wise revenue a little bit more than Infinite Warfare last year, and the reasoning probably for that is because it was
the $80 version.
More expensive version. Yes, I found that a little interesting, but yeah, people wanted boots on the grounds for the past 2 years, and
And this kind of ties into the next point. You want to jump into it quick?
Where developer Sledgehammer Games originally wanted.
I got something to say.
Advanced Warfare 2. This Eric Hirschberg said this. I'm pretty sure the CEO said that Sledgehammer Games said they wanted to make Advanced Warfare 2 before Activision executives asked them to take on real life.
Yeah, and so what I said when I heard this is that Activision saved Sledgehammer, because if it was just another future game, it would have been okay, but you would have seen another year, maybe declining sales. And them telling them to make a World War II game, I think, made this game sell what it did instead of just being, fuck it, it's another future bullshit game. Kids like my brother said stuff like that, you know.
When I heard this, my first thought was, Sledgehammer said when they revealed the fucking game that they were the ones that told Activision that they wanted to do game in World War II. So it's like, who's telling the truth, who's not?
You think Activision's trying to take the credit for it?
Executives
are trying to take
be.
credit for it.
They both definitely are trying
especially right after the sales are revealed.
Oh yeah, true.
It's like,
I feel like
hey, we
Activision's
sold this
trying to be
much,
like,
and
hey,
we
look how
told them.
smart we are. We told them to make this game, and now it's
Hirschberg would have said the exact opposite if it didn't say like, well, we told them to make Advanced Warfare 2.
Exactly.
I don't know, whatever.
So
Executives
it doesn't matter. It's good for the. I
But
was
it
gonna
is,
say it's good for the franchise, but nobody can fucking play the game because the servers are all fucked.
yeah.
It's funny. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier, where I was like, oh, how much really control does the developer have when Activision's at the helm? It's like, if Activision wants something, it seems like it's going to happen.
I mean, they want fucking loot boxes, which they're going to be implemented the 14. So get ready for servers not being working, but you're going to be able to buy supply drops.
Well, there's a game and developer where you don't need to worry about loot boxes because
not yet.
Currently, CG Project Red still isn't planning to make a Witcher 4, but that doesn't mean it won't make games set in the same universe.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red CEO Adam Kikinski, Polish.
There you got it.
Explained that while the company sees Geralt's Witcher trilogy as definitively finished, the company still owns the IP.
Yeah.
Kikinski says the company will probably, quote, and that's in quotes, return to the world of The Witcher because both fans and investors would be disappointed if it didn't. So what I hear is that Witcher is like the books so ridiculous in Poland. Like
in Poland, yep. That's their Harry Potter series, I guess.
Yeah, Witcher is huge there. And this is pretty much like them saying that like how like the HBO execs are saying like, Game of Thrones is going to end soon, but like we're not done with it. We're still going to make Game of Thrones shit. It's like when you have such a large property and shit, it doesn't just end when.
Especially the way that it's sold too. It's just
the fucking complete edition is on the top. So that's cool if you're a Witcher fan. I assume they're going to do whatever this probably game is after Cyberpunk 2077. So,
and they're still going hard with Gwent too. So I mean, they're keeping that universe alive.
Yeah,
with Gwent.
That's probably a different
But I'm just saying, like they're keeping that universe in people's minds.
They're not going to drop all. Oh wow, Miguel's out of focus. Interesting. Watch the YouTube video. Search YouTube.
And he's back.
Got it. CEO of Hitman developer IO Interactive, Hakan Abrak, has confirmed that a new entry in the series is in development.
Let's get it.
That's about it.
Good.
Exciting news.
A lot of people got worried early this year when there was that whole mix-up, but no, put your ghosts to bed. Sony has announced the PlayStation VR Skyrim bundle will launch on November 17th and will cost
fucking Skyrim, dude. Why can't it just die already?
It will never.
Jesus.
The game comes with PSVR headset, a copy of Skyrim VR, which has all the DLC, a PlayStation camera, 2 Move controllers, and a new PSVR demo disc that includes different titles. Also,
that's an updated demo disc too, by the way.
Yeah, it's an updated demo disc. Also, the PlayStation announced their like Black Friday like staple deals that are going to be everywhere. Which is a $200 PS4, 1 terabyte.
That's the 1 terabyte. Yeah,
$300 PSVR headset.
Great deal, actually.
I'm
excited about Skyrim VR.
So what I have heard from the previews, it's that it actually runs well, but the combat is a little clunky because of the fucking move controllers thing.
Yeah, I would.
But they didn't try the controller, so
I might try
it could be.
Read the
it
next
looks good, so that's good.
Anthony, read the next one.
That's all you right there.
You don't have it.
Why am I reading this?
Yeah, read it. No, read it. I'm just trying.
GameStop has announced a new unlimited used game rental service, and it's launching next.
Oh,
the 6-month service costs $60, which translates to $10 a month. Hey, math. Signups will begin on November 19th, and the pass must be activated by January 31st of the next year. Service is limited to GameStop's Power Up Rewards members. That's either Elite or Pro, but a free version of the membership will work. So you just need to have a card, even if you don't have.
Yeah.
I guess you don't need to be Elite or Pro. You just need a.
You just need to be in their system.
If you used to have one and it lapsed, you're still good.
Yeah.
You'll only be able to rent games from GameStop stores and not via the company's online library. So you'll have to go to brick and mortar stores, which is probably how they're trying to keep their stores alive.
Exactly.
You'll also be able to purchase the service for someone else, so long as they too are a Power Up Rewards member. Not listed. I think there are discounts for if you want to keep the game, or I think you get to at the end of the game
6 months. You get to keep
you
one
able
used
to
game.
keep one game. Yeah.
And I don't think it has to be one that you rented. I think it could just be
No,
any
you just gotta time it so when the thing ends. So
whatever
you're
one
able
you
to keep
have
that.
out is the one.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
the one that you're able to keep.
I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it's gonna
What?
do well popularity wise. Like how many people are gonna sign up for it? I probably won't do it.
How much? Let me ask you this: how much do you guys pay for GameFly? Right.
$15 a month. I have the one game out at a time.
So wouldn't this kill that, or
But
do a little dent
Jeffrey and
on
I
it?
get games like when they come out. I would have to probably wait a week or two to even have someone needs to return the game for me to be able to then rent it. So Call of Duty, they still don't have used copies of it a week
Sure.
from. So the upside to GameFly is that you
Yeah.
get the games as they come out.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the casual gamers, honestly, or people that just want to play games and not buy them.
This would be good for like over the summer if there's not like if release dates start slowing down and you want to get through a backlog of like the fall. It'd be cool for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But for like, it's not worth doing in the fall when new stuff is coming out. I don't think.
And also, I gotta go
no.
to a store. Get out of here.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Because he has to walk everywhere because he lives in New York.
Because no, just because GameFly, you put in your mailbox, get in and out.
I go to Best Buy to buy
Lazy.
my games, dude. I
Lazy.
mean, what the fuck?
Lazy.
But yeah, no.
Lazy
Speaking of
ass
GameFly, actually,
motherfucker.
I'm getting really lucky this fall with my turnarounds. Where I'm hitting like every AAA. Like I'm getting South Park, Call of Duty, and if I return Call of Duty tonight, I probably will have. They'll send me Battlefront right when they get Call of Duty. Battlefront will be out, and they'll send me that, so that'll be pretty cool.
Not bad.
That is the news. Now let's move on to the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform as read by your best friends.
There's a couple games that look like they're duplicates from last week. I don't know if it's just like the digital version, so just go over them.
Know how this works. I looked at this earlier. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this.
Yeah,
list.
Fucking Brian commands,
and Ben 10 were last week too. So
It started happening when he's been posting them on Friday, and I think he just posted too early. I think he should just wait till Monday.
Well, I mean, he has a kid now, so probably doesn't sleep enough.
Yeah, no, but he comes into work on Monday. I don't know how work. I don't know how jobs work. I'm a fucking student. First up, we have Ashes Cricket, which I was last week, right? Or I don't know. PS4 digital, ATV Drift and Tricks.
I remember this game.
The next one was also last
Ben
week.
10 is 100% because we made the Ben 10 joke with Ben 10.
Yep.
I don't know. Cat Quest, PS4 digital. The Blob, PS4 digital. Demon Gates 2, PS4, PS Vita, digital retail. Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim VR, PSVR, digital retail out 11 scene.
Are you gonna give me a second? Are you gonna get it, Anthony? Because you're a big fan. That means no. He's gonna get it. GameFly. All right.
Yeah, I'll
Probably
probably.
if you could if the shouts incorporated the mic or something and like you speak you just
Like how the Kinect version did on Xbox.
Yeah. Oh wow, it did. I had to turn that off because someone would walk in the room and it would just shout like "Force." Yeah. Also, this art is pretty cool. I never noticed it up until close. It's for the Skyrim VR version.
It's like a wireframe around the dragon.
Yeah, of the thing. Far From Noise, PS4 digital. Knights of Valor, PS4 digital. LA Noir, PS4 digital. When is that physical coming? Is there going to be a retail one for the remake?
I would think so.
Probably not.
Probably.
With a definitely light, brief description for LA Noir, a dark and violent crime thriller set against the backdrop of 1940s Los Angeles.
It's like very oversimplified.
Perfect. Lego Marvel Superheroes. Oh, actually, on LA Noir, I saw there was a reset error thread on it where they changed the button prompts. Like it used to be like a triangle, X, circle would be like
of like what you're doing. Like instead,
okay.
Now it's like accuse. It's good cop, bad cop, and accuse. I think
it makes it more clear what you're doing because I do remember like
that always used to be
I would choose something and then Cole would say something totally different. I'd be like, what the fuck? So so that's cool they did that.
Issue. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 PS4 digital retail. Remember when this game came out was announced on like a Facebook ad like 2 days before it was announced? It was so weird. Outcast Second Contact PS4 digital retail.
Didn't this already come out?
I could have swore this came out.
This came out like a month ago Because I remember saying I was like,
No, it was announced.
dumb, but then it was on the drop.
Yeah, I mean,
Was
I
it?
wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't
So
on.
I guess they delayed it. I assume.
Road Rage PS4 digital retail. The guy on this box art looks like he's from Days Gone or something. Schoolgirl / Zombie Hunter PS4 digital retail. When you're working, when you're working on a game and you don't know what to call it, slash that.
Oh boy,
this game is the most like Japanese zombie killer featuring women ever.
No, what was that? What was that PS3 one? Bikini Zombie or something, whatever.
Didn't this game came out already too? The next one?
No, this one was just announced at Paris. Sims 4 PS4 digital retail.
That's what it was. Okay, there you go.
And a game that's
wait.
Has like
didn't
5 states. Wait, are you still talking on Sims?
Yeah, didn't they announce the game? It didn't came out, and they announced that it was gonna come out with more extra stuff.
No, it didn't come out yet.
What they said is that when it comes out, it will have all the stuff from PC.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a deluxe edition that has even more stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And then a game that has 3 release dates: Star Wars Battlefront 2, PS4 digital retail out officially the 17th. Whoever has it before the 17th stole it.
Or has EA access on Xbox / Origin.
And has played probably 10 hours already.
Yeah, right. There's like 3 steps though. Embark on an endless Star Wars action.
You don't need to read this, dude. It's Star Wars.
I like reading the best one of the week. From the best-selling franchise, rush through.
I mean, that's not the best one.
On Star Killer base, line up your X-Wing squadron from an attack on a mammoth First Order Star Destroyer in space, or rise as a new hero, Iden, an elite Imperial Special Force soldier, and discover an emotional and gripping single-player story spanning 30 years. Did we talk about last week how they?
Okay, you could stop, Anthony.
I liked it for the how there's going to be free DLC content coming. Did we talk about that last week?
I think they have announced that when the game was announced.
There's going to be free single player DLC. It's probably going to be like a 10-minute chapter.
That's why you have the fucking loot boxes and all that.
I like shit.
Yeah, so it's like you can't you have to take the good with the bad. Like you're not paying for map packs, but now there's loot boxes.
If you tell me your game's gonna have loot boxes, we could have put that on the debate, and it's going to fund free single player missions. I would get behind that.
But that's bad because it's gonna fuck the guys on the multiplayer if it's not balanced. Like you're probably not gonna play it much.
They did take some of the more high end gear out of the loot boxes. So.
Not all of it.
Well, let's discuss that next week.
After we play the game. Because I'm still so confused at what is in the loot boxes, whatever. And an even more Japanese game, all of it, Ness. Tokyo Tattoo Girls, PS Vita.
Oh yeah,
retail. I gotta pick up one of these Japanese girl games. I gotta see what it's about. I need to for research.
Yeah.
Valhalla, PS Vita, digital. Cyberpunk Bartender Action is nice. Valhalla, a cyberpunk bartender action is a boozum up about waifus, technology, and post-dystopian.
This is the game you need to play for research.
Fair enough.
Go buy this, please, and tell me how it is.
A bartender action game in a post-dystopian waifus? I don't know. I'm into it.
This sounds way too fucked up for me to not be morbidly curious about it.
I will watch gameplay later.
Maybe if it's like $5, I'll get it and do a let's play on the PS.
It's not gonna be $5.
But that is the new releases for this week. What else we got?
So now we got questions for the week. We got 2 of them. First one comes from Kiran Maharaj.
This is interesting.
If you want to send in questions, Anthony, I have no idea how would one do it. How would one ask us 3 questions?
I just realized you kind of look a little bit like Dave Portnoy. The guy, the El Presidente from Barstool Sports. So if you want to send us questions that we read on the episode every week, you can go to our Facebook group, and that is facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends. I did mention this earlier in the show. Sorry for repeating it. But just in case you forgot. So the first question comes from Kiran Maharaj. I hope I'm saying your name right. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong so I can fix it. He says, do you think with the potential success of the Xbox One X and all the pro gamer stuff Microsoft has been doing, i.e. backwards compatibility, Game Pass, play anywhere with PC, etc., do you think that they could be onto the future of the industry? Even though I don't think Microsoft can catch Sony this gen in sales, could all this goodwill and iterative consoles lead to Microsoft making a comeback in the hardware space? And could Sony learn from this? I think that Sony's got this generation, like it's done. No matter how well the X does, it's too expensive. I think for it to catch up in game sales. I think they'll do fine. I think it'll be similar to last generation where the PS3 eventually caught up and surpassed 360. I think
That's not going to happen.
Could happen, but PS4 is eating its lunch so much. I don't know. I think there might be a little more parity with the next generation, the PS5, and then whatever the next Xbox is called. I still think Sony has the right message, and I think that there's so many Sony fanboys that I think they'll still be quote unquote beating Microsoft next generation, but I think it'll be more parity. I think it'll be probably like 55-45 or like 60-40 versus like the total absolute, difference that there is this generation. As far as iterative consoles, I mean, I have a PS4 Pro, and it's better, but it's not mind-blowingly better. It's not like going from 64-bit to or 32-bit to 64-bit. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think it's. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think next gen. I mean, the generations you could always see. Just look in history, but it's always it flip flops. Like the guys at top don't remain top for the next gen. Like they always get too high and mighty, and whatever. But
I do think Microsoft is doing everything right now to set up for the next generation.
They're doing it depends. Yeah, it depends what you like for right. But what I like a lot about the current generation, or what seems going to be what next gen is going to be, is three very different
business models.
Yeah. Microsoft is clearly going for we're a service. We're not a console. We're not a box. You want a PC. You want any of our different Xboxes.
Play all the third-party games with us.
Yeah, you can play them anywhere. And you want to play all our old games. We have it. We're more of a service. Want you to
Games Pass, the service. Yeah, Games Access, Pass, the service. So
love that. That's their thing. Awesome. PS4, you want hardcore games, single-player games, Japanese games, multiplayer games. We got everything right here. Nintendo, you want your handheld, you want your Marios, I like them.
It's not a handheld, bro.
Yeah, you want your hybrid. I like three different things because, you think back PS3, Xbox, and then the Wii. Like the Wii was different, but PS3, Xbox, more or less the same. Obviously, I know the differences, but conceptually, same ideas.
Well, the 360, I feel like had more exclusives than the Xbox One has. I could be wrong. Yeah. Someone will pull up some sheet, and it'll be a bunch of games I never heard of.
That has to be true. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine.
Maybe
I just think Sony just has too many exclusive first-party Sony games. It's insane how many. Early in the generation they didn't have that many, but now it's crazy. Once 2018 is over with, think about the entire backlog of just PS4 exclusive games they're going to have. So I just think that Sony is eating Microsoft's lunch as far as exclusive games go. But I think for people that are just in the Xbox ecosystem and they're playing Call of Duty or they're playing Battlefield or whatever, it's a multi-platform game. I think Xbox is doing everything right as far as bringing those people in. And then, hey, while you're here playing Call of Duty, why don't you try Game Pass? And then you can try all these other cool games. Or EA Access, hey, get 10 hours early to every single EA game. So I'm still fucking burned that Sony didn't grab EA Access, man. It's still it burns a little bit.
I mean, he asks, Crown asks, could Sony learn from this? Yeah, they could. Will they learn from this?
That's what I was gonna say. Will they? I don't think so.
I honestly don't think so because it's the same thing. Did Xbox 360 learn anything from the PS3, the PlayStation gen? No, not towards the end. No, not really.
But the other thing, too, is that Sony is a very Eastern company, and they're going to be even more of an Eastern company with this change in leadership that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just don't see them learning. I think that they'll still be great. I think that they're not going to change course on what they've been doing with as far as games, first party great games.
I don't see any PlayStation.
I don't see any services or anything coming to the PlayStation. It's going to be, every 6 months or whatever you're going to get.
Good question. Yeah, good question.
Great question. Next question, final question of the episode comes from Nathan W. Ulick. He says, a lot of big movies are coming out this season. Thor 3, Justice League, Star Wars, etc. As a big movie buff myself, I can't believe I haven't asked this before. Video game movies. Which ones are terrible? Which ones are good, if any? And which are you looking forward to? And which do you think should be made? I'm just going to go ahead and
say... Which one you gave that tongue noise for Justice League? Was that you or Miguel?
That was me. Cool. Doom was a bad movie, but that third-person sequence was cool. For a young gamer being like, this is fucking cool. First person.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Doom? Never seen it.
It was but I mean the end sequence it was a first person sequence and it was pretty rad.
That sounds funny.
Yeah, I mean overall it was not good. Favorite video game movie? What do you guys think?
Video game movie. Favorite video game movie. Oh, so a video game based on a movie, not.
Yes.
I was like, is the Batman count?
So like Final Fantasy VII Advent Children wouldn't count. It's like an actual.
I don't really play like most of the genre, but like what has a good memory for me is
You're gonna say Mortal Kombat, aren't you?
no, Spider-Man 3 DS. Used to play that shitload in sleepaway camp in 6th grade.
We're talking about movies.
It's based on Spider-Man 3, yeah.
No, we're talking about the movies based on a game.
Oh, I thought the video game.
Yeah, so like what video game movie based off the game do you like?
Fuck. I feel like there is one, but I'm just blanking on it right now.
I'm gonna give you one. Silent Hill 1 was totally a solid like 7 out of 10. I think that movie totally great. Not great, but totally fine. I would watch it again.
Oh, I didn't think Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal was that bad when I saw it in theaters as a kid. I didn't think it was that bad.
Miguel?
Tomb Raider.
The first one, like
the ones.
Yeah. I
don't know how I feel about this new one. I'm worried about it. I'm worried
I
about
wish
it.
they just got like.
I'm not. It's
I just
they're
don't think
going with.
We don't even need it.
We don't need it, but they're going.
It's like how we don't need an Uncharted movie. Like the games are so cinematic. I don't think we need one.
They're going based on the game, dude. Like
Based on
what
the
they show.
yeah,
what they show in the trailers is like almost the same thing as the game.
2013. 2012 was the reboot.
No, it was 12 because they
and then they remastered it.
Remastered it or
and then
the definitive edition.
Yeah, whatever.
And
then games that I want a good BioShock movie, but I'm scared we'll never get it.
Not gonna happen.
I want a BioShock movie about pre-fall of Rapture. So like I want it to be about Andrew Ryan and Fontaine, and like I think that would make for a cool story.
You're probably off not getting it because if they do, they're gonna fuck it up.
Well, that's why I don't want a Metal Gear movie because it's like I just don't want it to come out and be bad.
Speaking of Justice League honors, because you mentioned it, I watched on a Did You Know Gaming, a video came out today. I don't know if this is like breaking news or if this footage was out before, because they always post like unreleased games. There was a Justice League game that was supposed to come out around the time Arkham Asylum, and it was like a beat 'em up, and it looked pretty good. It was like finished, but they just canceled it. And I saw Thor 3 before this, and it was awesome. Thumbs up. Ragnarok.
Oh, the movie. Okay.
Ragnaroked.
I can't. All right, game time. So this is the part of the show where I look up 5 games, what they scored on Metacritic for their respective PlayStation versions. So it could be a multi-platform game, but we were going by the score for the PlayStation version of that game. And Jeffrey and Miguel have to guess the score. And whoever gets the most right out of 5 wins for the week.
All right.
So we're gonna start with the first. Excuse me, I keep burping.
What's the tally? You have the tally on who's winning for the past couple
I
weeks?
think we're 1-1.
I think
because you won last week and I won the first week.
Yeah.
So the first game for this week is Limbo for PS3, PlayStation 3 version. I don't know.
The PS3 version. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if they re-reviewed it for PS4, but the PS3 version.
Miguel, you want to start? Or I'll start, and we'll alternate.
I'll go because I have no clue. I'm gonna say 91.
I feel like 93.
It is 90. Point, Miguel.
Ooh, shit.
Nice.
Next game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
5.
Oh,
right, so I'll get on this.
You
one.
gotta go ahead.
Always got to do a fun one, you know.
56.
I know it's really bad, but I'm like,
it's bad.
It's probably higher than 56.
I think lower than 56. Honestly,
I could go with that too.
Like a 12 or some bullshit.
I need an answer.
Fuck, 55.
Oh, you ass. Yeah.
32.
Really?
Point, Miguel.
Wow. I was gonna say 60 at the beginning, but I'm
Shit.
All right. Jeffrey's got a 2-0 hole. Next game, Dragon Quest Builders. Now, this was the PS4 version.
PS4 version of Dragon Quest Builders.
Not the Vita version, the PS4.
I'll start this one, I guess.
Go.
Builders. I'm gonna say 85. That's probably a little high, but
just because I
don't remember this.
And I it's definitely lower than that. I'm gonna go 84 real quick.
83 point, Jeffrey.
Yeah. I needed that point. I had to
All right, and then these next two are going to be some PS3 throwbacks. First one is Enslaved: Odyssey of the West.
I have no clue about that game.
If Miguel started one of the my guy?
It's your turn. Yeah.
Enslaved: Odyssey of the West is that's a everyone knows that's a 79 game.
Miguel?
I have no clue about this game, so I'm gonna say 80. Yeah.
Wow, 80 on the dot.
You're such a dick.
Fuck yeah.
So Miguel, we'll do the last one just because, just to see if Miguel can pour salt.
And I had no clue. I don't remember that game.
3-1 Miguel for the score, and then 2-1 overall. But the last game, I'll tell you what. If Jeffrey gets this one, it's up to Miguel. If he'll allow.
No, we're not doing that.
He won't.
Nope. I destroyed him, so no.
That's not how that works.
Just for fun, Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning for PlayStation 3.
69.
That was like in the 70s.
75. Meth are you smoking?
75, 78 around there.
It's 81.
81. Okay, not bad.
Miguel wins 4-1 and is 2-1 on the season.
Good job, Kurt.
Jumping the train, boys.
All right. This has been the PS Best Friends podcast. For any questions, comments, concerns, email us at psbestfriendspod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at PSBF Podcast, or you can join in on the conversation in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends. We are also still going to be doing some streams on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/PSBestFriends. We're going to try and do that more frequently. We're going to keep donating and keep requesting donations for Extra Life. And that is going to go to the Boston Children's Hospital. And if you want to go to that to donate to us, the link is extra-life.org/participant/PSBestFriends. And we'll let you know on Twitter and in the Facebook group when we're going to be going live. It'll probably be Thursdays and Saturdays. Miguel and I did some last week. We played some Fortnite. We did some Rainbow Six.
It was bad.
Getting on there as well a couple times a week too. We played like shit last week, but
Battlefront this week if I got it.
Yeah, I'll do some Battlefront as well if you can't get on. All right, and also don't forget to rate us and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that good stuff. If you give us a 5-star rating, it's going to help us get noticed better. So if you can please do that. You don't need to write a review if you don't want. Obviously, we would appreciate it, but you don't have to. If you could just give us the 5-star review and the sub, that would be a huge help. And also check us out on YouTube. You can catch the video version of the episodes on YouTube if you just search for PS Best Friends in the search bar. The more subscribers we get, the closer we'll get to a custom URL where you can then just easily go to youtube.com/PSBestFriends. And Miguel, where
I was thinking about that. What's the difference really? If you type in PS Best Friends in the URL or in the search bar,
sounds nicer.
At the end of the day, no, yeah, I agree, but it's just like really.
Yeah, I feel you. Miguel, where can people find you?
If you wanna join me and play some Call of Duty Ghost, and PlayStation, add me at DarkAngel1010 and follow me at Twitter at AngelAlvarez10.
I'm trying to get some exotics in Destiny. I'm 3 away because I don't know.
Hasn't people just stopped playing that game already?
My friends list is gone in terms of people playing it. Brawl 96 on PSN, and then Mr. Brawl 96 on Twitch, YouTube, and what's the last one? Twitter.
And if you want to catch me on PSN, I'm going to be playing a crap ton of Battlefront 2 with Tay, who has also been on the show. She's a huge fan of it, so her and I are going to be playing a fuck ton of it. If you want to play with us, let us know.
How much?
Send me a fuck ton.
Oh, okay.
A ton of fucks.
Is that more or less than a shitload?
That's it's actually like equilateral.
That's good. That's good stuff.
An ass load is also another modifier you could use to describe how much Battlefront 2 I will be playing. But if you want to catch me, add me on PSN, the only X188. That's ONE, and then the number is 88. You can also catch me on Twitch at the PS Best Friends Twitch page. I'm not really going to use my personal one anymore. And then on Twitter at Anthony Palm, you can see me cry about the Steelers being bad and Arsenal being bad and all my favorite games being bad. And it's fine. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in to PS Best Friends episode 27. We will catch you next week.
Peace. Thanks for listening. All right, so what happened? Why I had you stop recording.